Hey, welcome back to the Garden Gangster Florida channel. Today we're going to be planting some potatoes. The type of potatoes we're going to be growing are these seed potatoes right here. Picked them up at hardware store. Look at that chit. See that growth on it there? Man, that's going to be pretty. It's going to be nice growing. I'm going to be preparing some soil for the potatoes here, and I just got these buckets here. You can see they're just tall 5-gallon buckets. They're probably about 6 or 7 gallons, so just a tick taller, so I'm guessing they're about 5 or 6 gallons. Put about 6 inches of dirt down. You can see I'm going to be, the bottom looks like that. Got a bunch of holes in it. Make sure you keep them off the ground. Keep them off the ground just a little bit, so when you water them, the water completely goes through them, because you do not want your potatoes sitting in water. If you're wondering what soil I use for potatoes, it's just a half and half mix of this here. Moisture control from Miracle-Gro, and your everyday black cow. I grow all my vegetables, all my flowers, and just half and half mix. Works wonderful. What we do is basically put 6 inches of soil underneath your potatoes. Essentially 6 inches of soil underneath your potatoes, then put about 5, no more than 6 inches of dirt, soil on top of them. So let's do that now. Well, we've got all those potatoes planted, and just want to remind you how easy it is to grow potatoes in containers. Just remember, get a little bit bigger than a 5-gallon bucket, maybe about 7 gallons. Just it needs to be tall. Just 6 inches of dirt, put your potato on it, then put 5 inches of dirt on top of your potatoes, and then when the greenery gets up to be, right around here, go ahead and put dirt all the way up to the rim here and cover up the stem. That stem being covered can produce more roots off of it, more potatoes. So we got, what, 5 times 2 is 10, plus about 5 to 10 each. We may get about 50 potatoes out of this, 6 or 9, 9 potatoes I put in the ground? Probably a good 50, maybe even 60 if we're lucky. So, it's not hard to grow potatoes in containers. Remember, like and subscribe, doesn't cost you anything, and it sure helps the channel. We'll see you on the next video. Hey y'all, thanks for coming back to the Garden Gangster Florida channel. We got something special for you today. We are going to be emptying these potato buckets here. We got some potatoes in there, and we've been patiently waiting for them to die off, how they're supposed to look like this, and they should be ready. So without further ado, let's empty one of these and see what we got. All right, well, let's get to see if we can get some potatoes out of these buckets. Let's see here. Well, let's see what we got here. Dirt in here. Whoa, look at that. Wow, that is really nice. That's probably the original one, what we grew it from. And this, nice. Expecting more. Here we got some more. This is about the size we were looking for right here. Look how they grow, just right up down the main vine there. And that was the original one we planted right there. That's where it all came from, right there.
Whoop.
Wow, look at that. Looks like it. Looks like we got 4, 5, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 good sized ones, and about 5 or 6, 7 little ones out of that one bag, out of that one pot. So let's get to the second one. All right, we're on our second one. We opened up here, we poured it out, dumped it. Got some nice ones here. Look at that. Holy cow, that's a nice potato there. Another one. Good goobly.
Wow.
Wow.
That's a nice one.
That is huge. I don't. That's a big one. Come back here. Nice. Nice. Notice this sand, this soil we have here. Compost is very, very soft, meaning it doesn't compact, as you can see, and it's easy for the roots to grow through it. If you have your soil is very compacted, it's awful hard for a root to really grow good in it. This helps to have some nice fluffy soil. Let's see what we have in the third bucket. As we dumped it out, we got a couple bounced out of here. Itty bitty potatoes. Wow, look at the size of that. Don't get too close. It won't focus.
Whoa.
Small, itty bitty. So that's what we got out of that bucket. This is our next one. Wow, they're big. Each one of these came from just one part of the potato. Meaning, when you have the little chits that come off here, that grow off the top of it, those were cut off maybe in sections of 3 or something, and just a third of a potato was put in here. Third of a potato was put in here. And you just put them with the chits facing up, the little nodules growing up, called chits. And so basically there was 3 of them in there, 3 per bucket, and from one potato cut up in thirds gets you a few potatoes, obviously. So this one is not good. We'll toss it. But just showing you, you just don't grow 5 or 10 potatoes from one potato. You can have this thing cut in fourths if you have the chits in the right place, and you can have 4 potato plants out of one potato. Keep that in mind. On to the next one. All right, this is our last one, I believe. Anyway, let's see what we got in here. Good one. A good one, as some would say, or a very nice one. And very nice solid potatoes. Whoa, look at that. One more. Always learn from another gardener. Always dig through your soil really good. So, looks like that's what we have. We'll get a count for you in just a moment and see what we got. After giving it a count, we got about 15 very small ones, and out of the 52, you say? 53? And just remember, when you're thinking about planting some potatoes, it doesn't take a whole lot of potatoes to make a bunch of potatoes. Remembering that chit that comes up, the little nodule, the eyes that come up, whenever one comes up, you can just slice it off, and you may have 3 or 4 eyes. You can get 3 or 4 potato plants from one potato. It's really cool. We didn't do as good as what we thought. We did better than we did last year. And remember, these you just can't, you're not supposed to wash these right away. Let them kind of rub them a little bit, get the dirt off of them, but the skin is very, very thin. So the thing you do is just let them sit in an open area, not in the sun or anything, and just let them dry, and the skin will harden. And then they're basically cured, is what they call them. So, but I'll say it takes a long time to grow potatoes, so it's rewarding. Well, what you think about that? Leave some comments down below. Remember, don't forget to like and subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything. Sure helps the channel. And you too can grow some potatoes. Just get you some potatoes, let the eyes come up, plant them, and you can have some potatoes. But remember, it takes a long time to grow them. So with that in mind, we'll see you on the next video.